there for a second?
No,
Wake up.
I'm just contemplating.
Okay, that's what that's called. Okay.
Dana O'Quinn and Debbie George Jones is here to talk about some of the activities going on with the Ozark Arts Council. We were talking earlier about the Chase Community Giving Program, and we encourage everyone that has a Facebook account, or anyone that you know that has a Facebook account, to get on there and become a friend of the Ozark Arts Council and vote. And your vote really could make a huge difference.
It does
and
count.
We could end up with quite a bit of money.
Exactly.
Even the less amount is $20,000, right? So $20,000 would do us
big.
good.
But if we're one of the top 5, we could get $100,000. Or if we were the number 1, $250,000. Can you guys imagine what we could do with the Lyric and the Square?
Exactly.
It's the angel we need.
Yes, yes.
Well, let's talk about some of the other things that are going on with the Ozark Arts Council. You're the new president.
I am.
You're not secretary anymore.
I'm not
No
secretary.
one likes to be a secretary, do they?
But if you take good minutes, sometimes you get
Dana
stuck
did
in
it
that.
so well.
Oh, she's an awesome secretary.
So what's your vision other than raising money? What's your vision
My
for this?
vision is to get back to the roots, get back to the grassroots of the community support for the OAC, and to broaden our membership base again. People are used to historically how we have done things. I think we need to go back to what worked. And that is, that one-on-one contact with the community, and put the list up there so we can see our membership levels, because sometimes you think you've sent your membership in and you forgot, but if you don't see your name, it's like, oh shoot, yes, I need to do that.
Yeah.
Right. And just to keep the quality programming, and to really find out what it is that Harrison wants us to bring, and we are more than happy to bring in eclectic acts and different acts, something that our patrons want to see.
Yeah, it's one thing to ask the public, what do you want to see, because they want you to bring it, and they say, yeah, that's what I want to see, but they really don't know. So, I mean, it's kind of the job of the Arts Council to bring things in and see what's a hit and what's not, and kind of
We still do the surveys.
We do the surveys, but just recently this summer we had Jim Littleton with the Small Town. What was the name of his show?
Oh, Clayton Scott.
Clayton Scott. I'm sorry.
Down in Littletown.
Down in
Clayton
Littletown.
Scott, and
It was a great show.
great, not well attended though, and so and then we had the Southern Comedy guys. Again, these are nationally known comics. They've been on Leno and the other shows, and again, a great show, not well attended.
And
so
people had told us they wanted comedy.
And there it was.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to find that magic mix that really what will fill up the seats at the Lyric.
Yeah, I think that Harrison Regional Chamber of Commerce had the same problem with bringing the acts in, and I think they hit a real good mix this last time with Kentucky Headhunters and also Blackstone Cherry. I mean, that was the biggest crowd, and if you can find that formula, that mix, and continue to do that.
And to be able to afford the band.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Exactly.
I mean, I would love to have Cloud Cult come to Harrison, which it has a big following among a lot of young people, and Rodrigo and Gabriella, this classically and rock guitarist.
But they're expensive.
They're expensive,
Yeah.
but we can work. We're going to work on that to see what we can do. We do have a new group that's going to be up here this fall, the Prairie Cats.
Yes, the Prairie Cats is a group from Omaha, Nebraska, and they do swing music. It's a 7-piece band, and I do not think we've had swing music in the Lyric ever.
Yeah, ever? Okay.
We may have, but certainly not since I've been involved with the OAC. And they are also nationally recognized. They go to, don't quote me on this, but I think they've been to South by Southwest Festival and some of those big festivals. And the leader of that is Jeffrey Koterba, who is a nationally syndicated editorial cartoonist. And he is actually going to come the week before the Prairie Cats concert, which is November 20th. He's going to come and do workshops on cartooning and all this stuff.
He should probably come on the show, don't you think?
Yes, I will definitely get him on the show. And he just 6 months ago published his memoir called Inklings, and he has a really, really interesting story. He actually has Tourette's, but was not diagnosed with it until he was in his 30s.
Oh, wow.
And his father had it as well, and it was his creativity. We've had discussions about this, how his creativity kind of came out of that, and he just had a cartoon published in the New York Times, and he's really wonderful. He also donated one of his cartoons to the last Ozark Arts Council fundraiser. So he's going to come do talks and workshops for kids on cartooning and art and the media and all of this stuff. And I'm really, really excited about that. And
we'll try to set up a book signing at the library.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
Yes.
and really make the use of the band and his talents.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wow.
Get a broad spectrum
that's cool.
of what different people may be interested in.
Awesome. And then this summer we've got Willy Wonka going on
Yes.
right now. So
Willie's going to be fun, and the street dance. You know,
Right.
that's going to be fun as well.
Yes, last year somehow we ended up not participating, and this year we are back bigger than ever. And Vivi, my co-manager, I can't keep straight all the exciting. She's just so excited. Oh, another
She's
thing,
awesome.
she
She
is
really is.
awesome. Another thing that we're having is in the Oak Leaf Gallery, the Harrison Art League is putting together a show to celebrate America, and has paintings and going to have some uniforms. Sorry, I completely blanked on that word. My husband actually owns a 48-star flag, and those were made from 1912 to 1959. He's not really sure of the origin of it. He thinks it's military, but we're going to have that on display. And some Americana that will be open on July 4th, and I think we'll try to have it open the month of July. You know, as a really nice tribute to America. And Daughters of American Revolution are involved as well. They're going to be doing something on Saturday. Don't quote me on what it is because I can't remember, but
Vivi will know.
Vivi will know.
Exactly.
But you know, a lot going on, and I think one of the main things that Dana and I really want to stress here is that the community has such a wonderful resource in the Ozark Arts Council and the Lyric Theater, and we kind of feel like that the community takes us for granted, that we're just going to be there, without realizing it costs minimum of $75,000 a year. That's $75,000 just for operations of the Lyric. That is not programming, that is not salaries, that is not costumes, that is not music, rights, royalties,
It's
anything.
utilities, it's insurance. We still need work on the roof.
Yes.
It's a and those murals are so beautiful, and it scares me to death every time we have a big rain. If there's going to be a
Right.
leak that may affect
Oh, no, yeah.
Right.
No, we need to
those murals.
make sure that doesn't happen.
And, you know, people outside of Harrison seem to really treasure it. We had Cody Slaughter perform for us Saturday night.
That was a great concert.
It was a great concert. And we actually had a family come up from Jonesboro to see him.
Oh, cool.
And they were like, this is an awesome theater. When she first got there, she was a little worried. They had a handicapped person in a wheelchair with them, and she was a little worried about, you know, are they going to have a good view of the stage? Well, we put them right next to the sound booth, and I asked at one point, now, is this a good view? Are you happy? And she was absolutely thrilled. And so, you know, we need to treasure it as much as the other people do. It really is a treasure, and just imagine what would happen if the Lyric and the Ozark Arts Council were not there. It would be devastating. And I know Dana and I and the new board, including Dan and Ann, we are committed to keeping the Ozark Arts Council and the Lyric up, but we cannot do it without the community's help.
So go to go to the Facebook and vote for the Chase Community Giving Program. It's
And
simple,
thank you
and
for
it
the ones
can-
that have always supported us and continue to
Yes.
support us.
You bet.
Yes.
And we value you.
We
Absolutely.
If I can say make an appeal to people out there, I know that there was a process there where the Lyric Theater was growing, and people noticed that, and they kind of got behind that. And then when it reached an apex where it looked like it was going on its own, people stepped back and they just say,
True.
I don't have time for that. I'm glad they're doing okay now. I can step back. We can't
It's only
step
with
back.
constant support that we're able to do that.
You need to at least stop and say, what's the Ozark Arts Council doing this month? And I want to go to the website, or I want to call down there and see what's going on, and just constantly be in contact with it. Otherwise, it's like the out of sight, out of mind. You will
Exactly.
forget about it, and they'll fade away, and we don't want that
we
to
have
happen.
an e-newsletter that I put together, and I send out maybe once a week or so with
And you'll
all our
send that to
upcoming-
anyone?
I will send that to anyone. You can go to ozarkartscouncil